Hello, and welcome to another video on design patterns with Cosmos DB. I'm Jasmine. How you
Hey, I'm
doing, Mark?
Mark. I'm good. How you doing?
Great, great. Excited to learn another design pattern. It's a great day to learn about design patterns. And today we're going to learn about the event sourcing pattern. So let's learn a little bit more about it in the repository. I'm going to scroll through it for a second here. So event sourcing is what we call an architectural pattern, and it's really focused around this idea of domain-driven design. So essentially, when you're instead of treating your system as a whole, you're essentially compartmentalizing them into these different entities. And so the way that the event sourcing pattern works is that we're tracking the history of these particular objects, these items. For example, in this particular example, to check, to maintain, or to keep track of its state over time. So consider a situation where you might have, for example, a shopping cart in this particular example, right? And you have your customers making changes, adding to the shopping cart. I know I love to shop. I'll put things in the shopping cart, take them out, take them out. Think about what I really need, and over time, like from a analytical perspective, maybe your team might want to know more about the behavior behind that, right? Why did somebody put this in the cart and take it out? Do they read the review? Like, there's a lot of things that you can do with that information, that history of the information, to learn more about the behavior of your app and the behavior of your users. And so event sourcing is a really great way to keep track of these events. So I'm going to show you a little bit of how it works. I'm going to hop into the code here. And the way that we take advantage of using the event source is through the Cosmos DB change feed. And now what we have here in this demo is a Azure function that triggers whenever a change is made into a collection. So we're going to insert some products into the collection. So let me go ahead to our data generator here. We have a simple data generator here, the simple console app is creating some cart events, some randomized cart events. You see the actions here: created, added, deleted, purchase. And so that's going to be randomized, and we insert those products into our container. And then the event source function will trigger and go ahead and store the history of that particular cart item. So let's go ahead and give this a try. So I'm going to open up my console here, and I have my event source function already running. And I also already have the console app running here. So I'm going to go ahead and create some cart events. So let's go ahead and create 3. And there we go. There's our cart events. Those are spinning up there. And notice that our Azure function is triggering here as well. And it's going and inserting all these different events here. You can see that this event here, right here, is when the cart was purchased, right? And that should essentially be the last thing that happens, right? Because once you add something to the cart and you buy it, then it's empty, right? But let's go ahead and take a look into our console, or excuse me, not our console, but into Azure. Into the portal. Here we are in Data Explorer, and I'm here inside the event sourcing database here, and I'm in specifically the cart events container. So here I am storing that history. So I'm just going to go ahead and refresh this. Let's give this a refresh here, and we'll just go ahead and kind of just peruse through the data here. So we could even search by a particular ID. So I'll just take the ID of this cart here. And let's take a look at what's happened over the history of our cart. So let's apply this filter. And let's go ahead and see if we can find it. Let's see, what did I search by? I did not search by the right ID. Let me search by session ID. And let's try this one more time. And I'm going to paste that in here and apply the filter. And there we are. So here we go. Our cart is created. We stored history there. We have a product. our products added, more product added, product was removed, and our final state here is our product was our cart was purchased. So if this is something of interest to you, if you need a little bit more insight on what's happening to the entities that are in your app, or what your services, event sourcing is a really great way to keep track and apply, and try it yourself. What do you think, Mark?
Yeah, I mean, this is a very common pattern for folks. If you're building cloud distributed apps, you should be doing event sourcing, I think. It just, come on, it's 2025. Let's get into the modern age here. But this is a very common pattern. And why Cosmos is so awesome is because of change feed that you just showed there and how easy this is. You can host this thing in an Azure function. Go ahead and spin that up. You can scale it out. Cosmos scales out. And party on building these types of applications. So yeah, I hope you folks really like this thing. If you want to see this and other Cosmos DB design patterns, come check out our repository. It's aka.ms/Azure Cosmos DB/design patterns.
Thank you all. Hope to see you at the next one.